All right, so we're going to take a look at JJ New, both of them. JJ. So we're going to do both of these IXLs, and I'm just going to do a few examples from each one to make sure that we're okay. So remember, make half your screen what you're working on, and the other half is going to be Desmos. And I'll just start from the beginning just in case you don't know how to log in. So you go desmos.com/practice. All right, then go choose assessment. Make sure it's Georgia milestones. Start practice. All right, so we're going to take a look at a few examples just to make sure that you're okay with doing this on your own. All right, so Harrison has a collection of marbles of different sizes and colors. What's the probability that a randomly selected marble is big and green? So big is 2 and 7, but it also has to be what? Green. So the only one that's green is 7. So it's, remember, to do probability, it's going to be what you want, 7, divided by the whole thing. Okay, so how many possibilities are there? So how many totals are there? There's 2 plus 7, which is 9. Plus 6 plus 4, which is 19. So there are 19 possibilities. Now, before you press enter, please make sure that the fraction is simplified. So 7 over 19. All right, and then you come to this one right here and hit it. See, it's as simple as it can be. So the probability that you get a marble that's big and green is 7 out of 19. Now, you see it says fractions. I could write that as a decimal. I could also write this as a percent by just multiplying it by 100, multiplying it by 100, as you saw in your entry quiz. Okay, so, and that's pretty much all you're doing over and over again. All right, submit. All right, what's the probability that a randomly selected club member prefers E-class readers and reads about 1 hour? So E-readers are these two options, but it also has to be and you read an hour a week. So read an hour is 4. So it's going to be what I want is 4 divided by the whole thing. So remember all my totals. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. And before you put any answer in, you're going to put it in the calculator to make sure that it is as simplified as possible by pressing this button right there. That's like your math, enter. Then click submit. All right. All right, I'm going to skip to the next level. All right, so what's the probability that a random selected participant spun the first wheel? Okay, so spun the first wheel and landed on desert, and spun the second wheel and landed on matches. Okay, so this is a combination of questions. So when you're doing probability, I want you to think of the word and as multiplication, the word or as addition. So and multiplication or addition. All right, so first wheel and landed on the desert. So where's the desert? Boom. So he landed on desert. It's either 2 or 4. And also landed on matches. So 4. So 4 out of total of what? 8 plus 2 is 10. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 10 is 21. And again, just put it in Desmos to make sure it's as simplified as possible so that you don't get it wrong by hitting that. Boom. So that one's okay. Okay, so I'm going to jump another level, see if it changes. What's the probability that random selected superior is lazy and can read minds? So lazy is either 6 or 3. He can read minds as well. Read minds is 3. So 3 out of a total of what? 2, 4, 10, 13. And once again, punch it in Desmos to make sure that you have simplified it so that you don't get it wrong. Boom. So that one's okay. Oh, this is relatively easy. All right, let's skip another level. What's the probability that a randomly selected shopper reads the newspaper 1 to 2 times a week? Or, okay, good. All right, so now the question has changed. So the probability he reads 1 to 2 a week is 11 or 12, right? Or remembered 4 to 6 cards, 7. So because it says or, it doesn't have to be the intersection of both, right? So now it's saying if you read 1 to 12 times a week, you're going to do 11 and 12, right? But you'll also, or you could have just had 4 to 6 cards, which is an additional 7. So it's 7 plus 12 plus 11 being your total of your possibilities. So that's going to be, why am I feeling lazy? 11 plus 12 plus 7. So 30. 30 is what you want. okay, over the total, which is an additional 1141. Again, type it in Desmos to make sure that you're good. So 30 over 41, and then hit that. All right, what's the probability? I'll do a few of those because those might confuse you. What's the probability that randomly selected contestant is from Brazil or? So and is the intersection, or is addition. Okay, so Brazil. So if it's from Brazil, it's 13 and 10, right? And then scored exactly 85 points is also 10 and 10. But I already included this in the Brazil one, so it's just these three right here. This is what I want. Anywhere in here is what I want. So 13 plus 20 is 33 over the whole thing, which is adding the 5. So 20, 10, 20, 33. 33 divided by 38. So 38 is a total. 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 13. Again, come type it into Desmos. 33 divided by 38. Hit the fraction thing. That's as simplified as possible. So that's all you need. All right, I'll do a few more of these. Probability a randomly selected student would buy a dog. So a dog is 17 and 7. All right, or, so I'm adding on to it. It doesn't have to be one of those two. I'm adding on to it. Does not adhere to an omnivore's diet. I can't pronounce that. All right, so 17, 7, and then diet would be the 7 and 3, but I've already included the 7, so it'll just be this. So it'll be 3, 7, and 17. 17, 7, 3 is what I want. So that's 27 over the total 30, 41. But listen, I don't feel like getting this wrong, so I'm just going to put it in there. So my total is 17 plus 7 plus 14 plus 3, which is 41. Again, before I press enter, I'm going to come check my fraction. Can I simplify it? I'm going to hit that. It can, oh, look at this. Wait, I tapped in the wrong thing. How about that? 27. Yeah, okay, so it can't be simplified. So most of these can't be simplified, but I'm telling you. Oh, I got it wrong. Let's see. Why did I get it wrong? Did I misread the question? What was the question? Probability a random select student will buy a dog. Dog, 17 and 7, or does not adhere. Oh, does not. Okay, guys, and look, see, I make mistakes too, okay? Does not adhere to an obvious diet. This is adheres to it, but does not would be here. So it'd be 14 plus 17 plus 7 over the total of 41. Okay, cool. Hey, I'm allowed to see. I don't get upset when I get it wrong. I don't know why y'all get upset. All right, let me jump a level. Although you only need to get it to 90. Okay, so let me get one wrong, so that I'm not at 90. All right, what's the probability that a randomly selected passenger does not have silver status? Or, so or means I'm adding, right? So does not have silver status. So does not. So this would have silver status. So does not would be 11 and 8, which would be 19. I'm just going to keep that number here real quick. And then, or does not have one check back. So this is would have one check back, does not would be right here. But I already included the 11, so I'm just adding that 17. So 19 plus 17. So it's 36 over my total. Just going to 11 plus 8 plus 17 plus 12. So 48. And again, you're going to put this in Desmos to make sure that it's as simplified as possible. So 36 divided by 48. And then, oop, you see that? 3/4. So this one does simplify. So just make sure you put it on Desmos on each one so you don't get it wrong. All right. And that's pretty much it on how you find probabilities using two-way frequency tables.